Alrighty, so I have arms today. I'm gonna do dips to get my elbows warmed up to go for some heavy sets. But most of these sets are actually just a failure. Um, I really liked how it felt with my back yesterday. My back was on fire the whole time, and I love that feeling. To me, that's my body telling me that my muscles are growing. So I'm gonna get a set or two of dips in, both to failure. Then I've got incline curls. Oh man. Not completely a failure because I hope you could hear my elbow pop when I went down for that first rep. That hurts a lot. My knees do that, which is why I can't go super heavy anymore when I squat. Uh, but I do think that's the only set of dips I'm going to do. Just like I said, the only point was to get my arms warmed up. But I do think I know what I'm going to talk about for the car ride home after this lift. But I do anticipate the lift being fabulous. Alrighty. So, first few sets of arms today are incline bicep curls. All to close to, if not complete failure. But I'm not going super heavy. Reps is the main thing right now. I'm trying to build definition throughout my body. But it's really just a bunch of squeezing comparatively to when I'm bulking. It'll be more pressing movements, more just throwing weight around. But I've got incline dumbbell curls. I've got the 40s. I'm just gonna get to it. Oh man. Alrighty, I got 7 reps, I think. Um, I'm just gonna drop it down to 30. These feel great. They hurt, but they feel great. I'm gonna drop down to the 20, so I'm gonna get another set. That's a good last set for those. I've got cable preacher curls next. Alrighty, I've got cable preacher curls. I've got 40 pounds on here, and I've got no idea if this is going to be too heavy or not. It shouldn't be because I've got both arms going, but really, who knows? I've got 2 sets of these, with the second set being a superset with cable curls. Yeah. Uh, and they're both too close to, if not complete failure. I think that was 10, maybe 11. I'm not really sure. But it feels really good. I think I might roll it over. That way I can get more of a grip out here comparatively to on the inside. But it feels really good. Yeah. My biceps look good too. But I've got another set of these. Then that's supersetted with cable curls. All right. Man, that feels good. That was my last set of biceps, I think. Yeah. Just barely touched my shoulders. So I'm going to get into triceps, get some push downs going. So I got tricep push downs. I'm going to do 2 sets with the rope. Then I'm going to do 2 sets with straight bar. It's a solid 15, and looking in the mirror while I do those makes me really happy with how I look. This is a solid last set with the ropes. Now I'm going to get into the straight bar. Alrighty, I threw a straight bar on here just to get a little variety for my triceps, but I got some work in with them on the dips when I was warming my arms up. I did 2 different bicep variations, and I've got a second tricep variation. All sets taken almost 2 or 2 failure. Now I got 2 sets of these, and I've got poses. My arms are looking massive. I'm super excited for this. Holy cow. These feel amazing. I think that might actually be my only set with the straight bar though, because the rope felt fantastic. That does mean though that I'm going to get into poses real quick. Alrighty. I had arms today. It felt fabulous. My arms are looking fabulous, fantastic, immaculate, wonderful. Bunch of words that mean really good, but just, oh man, feel great. They look great. That's all I can really ever ask for. I'm gonna get straight into poses because I'm ready for this car talk. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love how my arms look. Oh yeah. I love my arms so much. I'll probably have another one this year, but a year or 2 ago, I had an arm day with one of my buddies. And it was nothing compared to Rich Piana's, but it was a 3-hour arm day on New Year's Eve. My mom, I'm pretty sure, hated me for like the next week because I couldn't drive at that point. I was 15. So this was 2 years ago. But she had to stay there for the whole thing because I couldn't drive home. And she didn't trust that she'd be able to wake up when we got done. But that's really all the poses I know well. So I'll be back in the car. Alrighty. Today was a fabtabulous arm day. When I got done, I could barely touch my shoulders at all. The goal is to get arms big enough that I can't touch my shoulders. But we're getting there. I'm a lot further away from I'm a lot closer to not touching my shoulders than I was a few months ago. And that feels fabulous. Something else that feels fabulous is the fact that that semi needs new brakes, and I hope he gets them soon. The other thing that feels fabulous is that this cutoff, this factory-made cutoff, is becoming much too tight for me. Comparatively to when I got it, it was way too big, even though it shrunk from getting washed and dried, because it's like 100% cotton or something. Not 100%, but it's like mostly cotton, so it shrunk. The pump cover that I wore today, it's a 2XL. It's too small to be a pump cover now. I'm not going to turn it into a cutoff because I don't think oversized t-shirts can ever be cutoffs. At least not the kind I'm thinking about. I've seen the Trend Twins. Oh man, I don't have a light on. Darn it. I've seen the Trend Twins make some oversized tees that they've turned into cutoffs. But I'm not a huge fan of the look, honestly. I'm not a huge fan of how factory-made cutoffs look. But I am close to outgrowing that shirt, which means I've got to put some money towards some new ones. I've got a few hoodies that work, although I'm not a fan of wearing hoodies to the gym, honestly, except when it's leg day, I guess. But even then, I'm just, it's not really my thing, especially with how hot it gets during the summer when working out in a gym with no AC. That is miserable. The only thing that it helps with is during the winter, which I guess is more prevalent right now, but I still don't like it. I get hot super easy, so even during the winter, I'm not a huge fan of wearing hoodies or coats or anything like that, but especially not anything like that to the gym. But what today's talk is about is being able to see your growth. The first time that I ever did a cut, I cut down from 225 to 185 in about 3 months. And I still thought I looked like that fat kid that I had always seen in the mirror. That's how I feel right now. That's why I feel like I took the bulk too far. But now that it's been 2.5 years since I took those pictures, since I dropped down to that weight, when I look back at them now, I can see that I was huge. I mean, like, you can see right there that my arms, comparatively to my weight, were massive. This guy still has his brights on and he just passed somebody. Don't do that. That makes people dislike you. I think he's turned them off though, which I really appreciate. But right now, while I'm not seeing a huge drop in numbers weight-wise, I'm becoming more vascular. I'm becoming leaner. And I'm still getting bigger. On a cut, I'm still growing in size. Muscle-wise, I'm not gaining extra fat. And that feels fantastic. And even recognizing that, every time I look in a mirror, I still see the handful of fat that I can grab from my stomach. And that's an awful feeling. But at the same time, when I look in the mirror, I can see how big my arms are. I can see how my traps are growing comparatively to what they did look like. I can see how my legs have grown and how much more definition I'm getting in my body. That feeling of seeing who you used to be in the mirror sucks, but you have to be able to acknowledge that you aren't that person. What a jerk. I just got flashed by a semi when I don't have my brights on. It's alright. Even though you still see the same old person, you have to be able to recognize that that's not you anymore. You have changed, you've grown. That's really all there is to it. It's hard to accept that. But at the same time, you're gonna have to. Or else you'll be in a constant state of hating how you look and not being able to recognize that you don't even look that way anymore. At 185, I still thought I was at 30% body fat. I was in the 12 to 18% range. But I didn't see that. I couldn't see that. At that time, people were still telling me that I was fat. Even when people made fun of me for working out so much, I took that as they're only saying that because I need to work out more. Which, now that I'm saying it, doesn't make any sense at all. But that's how I took it, because that is the only way I was able to see myself at that point. I don't really have much else to say other than that. I love you. Jesus Christ loves you. I hope you all have a wonderful, amazing day, evening, night, afternoon, morning, dawn, dusk, or whatever time it is for you, whatever time of day it is. I hope you have a good rest of it.